What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of ESPN De OCHO. I recorded like four of these already, and I'm fucking tired already because apparently I don't know what's going on with my iPad, but it's some fucking problem with it. But fuck it, we're gonna go on and start this episode right now. Week number 6. We're just gonna go down the ladder right now. It's me against Turo. I'm 4-1. He's also 4-1. Right now, I'm starting Carson Wentz. I don't love the matchup, but I like it. I think they're going to throw the ball a pretty decent amount just because it's Minnesota. The running backs, I'm going with Bell and also Dalvin Cook. I don't love the matchup for either one of them, but I think they'll be okay. Bell's just on the field all this time, and Sam Darnold's getting to start, I think, this week also as well. So they are going to be a different offense right now, definitely, because they've been fucking horrible. They've been horrible. And a trade just went through actually today. It's been a while. Not a lot of people have been trading lately. It's been kind of, kind of sketchy out there for a lot of people. But a trade just went on right now. Already my second trade of the year. I traded Joe Mixon and Mike Evans for Adam Thielen. So I'm starting Adam Thielen against my Philly defense. Chris Godwin against Carolina. Delaney Walker against Mike Hyden against the Denver Broncos. Delaney Walker has not done shit for me. It's kind of crazy, but hopefully he bounces back. I mean, I've been hoping at least something, at least 5 points. I mean, something. And Calvin Ridley as Arizona, I like that, but he is playing Matty Ice for his team against Arizona, so I think he should get some solid points right there for sure. Melvin Gordon, Derrick Henry, and David Johnson. I'm nervous right there with all those running backs that he's got. They're all clear studs, obviously, but is David Johnson going to play? There's speculations that he's not. And if he's not going to play, who is he going to put on his flex? I mean, he could put, who is this, Marquise Brown? Yes. That's a solid play. Or maybe Royce Freeman. I don't know. One of them. But we'll see. His kicker is also listed as questionable, but I think he'll play. Tyler Boyd, I like, but he might be settled by Humphreys, the DB over there in Baltimore. And Julian Edelman, I like also as well against the New York Giants. I think he should be okay as far as his points go. Who do I got winning? I'm going to surprise y'all, but I don't think I got myself winning this week. I think I got Tua winning this week. That's right, I'm being a little bit humble this week. So I think he's actually going to win. I really do. Would I be surprised if I win? Not really either, but I do see him winning. He has better players, better matchups. Next up on this episode of ESPN De OCHO, week number 6, we got Josh. 3-2 against Oscar IR, hospitalized, needs help, maybe a little bit. 2-3. Josh right now playing Aaron Rodgers. I love the matchup against Detroit. It's at Lambeau, so I think he should be fine. Chris Carson and Todd Gurley. I love Chris Carson. You got to see with Todd Gurley. The San Francisco defense looks pretty legit, so we'll see how that goes. Terry McLaurin, Sutton, both wide receivers I love this week for sure. Kelsey's a must start, and Devontae Adams. They're ruling him out. I don't think he's going to play, but we'll see. But even if he doesn't play, I like the flex options that he has. Chris Thompson, James White, I think both of them. Just depending on which one you're going to play. I personally play James White, but we'll see how you go. Excuse me. And the Titans defense. Do you trust the Titans defense against Denver, at Denver? Damn. That's tough. It's a little tough. Now, next up on Oscar's side, Lamar Jackson at Cincinnati or Russell Wilson. That's the problem with having two wide receivers. Damn, I've done so many of these motherfuckers, I'm fucking mixing up my shit. I'm tired. 2 quarterbacks. Who do you play? Because if you could play one might not do as good as the other might do better. That's the problem. But so far you're starting Lamar Jackson against Cincinnati. I think that's the right pick right now just because Cincinnati can't stop the show. For real. Kerryon Johnson, I don't love Nick Chubb. I love a little bit more just because they keep feeding him the ball, and he looks like a pretty good running back. Stephon Diggs, I like a lot against Philly. He's a little bit upset. They deny rumors of his being traded, but I think he's going to have a good game, definitely. So he's always kind of had a good game at Philly anyways. Tyler Lockett against Cleveland. That depends if Ward is not playing the DB for Cleveland. He is a good DB, so we'll see how that goes. Jared Cook, because Evan Ingram is hurt. Like I said, IR, hospitalized for Oscar. He's battling some injuries right now. I've been there. A lot of people have been there. Well, not a lot of people, but some people have been there, so I know how that feels. Curtis Samuel against Tampa Bay. I see him having some good points. The Rams defense, great kicker with Tucker. Who do I got winning this week? I'm going with Josh. I mean, you're kind of beating up the guy who's crippled right now, so we'll see how that goes. I think Josh should win. Yeah, he should win. Yeah. The Venom J against Joe. Jay is currently sitting at 4-1, aka the leading of fantasy points right now for the fantasy squad, I guess you could say, for ESPN De OCHO. Yeah. Joe, 1-4, needs some help right now. Let's start off with the Venom, because why not? We gotta start off with the Venom. Shit, Poison's hot right now. Matthew Stafford just picking quarterbacks. Jay is showing that he doesn't need a quarterback to be winning in this league. He's kind of proving a lot of people wrong. But McCaffrey, he got a little bit hurt, supposedly in the practice, his back or his leg, I don't know what it was, but he's looking like he's fine. He's projected already 20 points off of this Tampa Bay team. It is at Tampa Bay, but who the fuck cares? Mark Ingram's looking really good too, plus they're playing Cincinnati. He's going to be fine. His two wide receivers, Cooper looks great, and Michael Thomas looks good too. Jacksonville defense is not at all what people expected right now, especially with Jalen Ramsey not being there. Whoever knew Jalen Ramsey to be such an effect on that team. And Jarvis Landry, I like that pickup a lot too on the flex against Seattle. I think he should be really good. And Disley, a lot of people don't know this, but tight end Disley is the number one tight end in fantasy right now. That shit is crazy. And guess what? Number one defense that he's playing, Patriots against the New York Giants. Holy fuck. It's gonna be tough to beat. Those matchups are looking really, really juicy right now for Jay. Moving on to Joe's side, trusting on the stash from the quarterback Minshew from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think that's a good pickup. New Orleans, it's home battling New Orleans, so I think it should be good. Devontae Freeman, Carlos Hyde playing a little bit of a revenge game against his old team, KC. They ditched them, but KC's kind of been knowing that they don't really do good with good, powerful running backs, so I think he gets some solid points. Devontae Freeman at Arizona, I think he has maybe the best points of his career right there against Arizona, because Arizona looks really bad. Julio Jones, I'm pretty sure Peterson's not playing right now still for the Arizona Cardinals, that cornerback, so I think he should be great. Robert Woods should be good, especially if Cooks is still in a concussion protocol, should be fine. Hooper is a number 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, number 2 tight end in fantasy right now, so looking really good. Good solid pickup. Will Fuller coming off a great game that he had. This should be a shootout, so I expect them to be fine either way. And do you trust the Redskins defense against Miami at Miami? They play a little bit different at Miami, that we all know. Plus, the Redskins are also really bad, so I don't know. That's a bit of a rolling the dice right there, definitely for sure. Who do I got winning? You guys already know. Jay's got the Venom. Jay should win this game pretty easily. This week, I think that's how it's kind of going this week. A lot of teams are kind of beating these other teams, missionary steps. So, right now, we're going to go with the next matchup. Right now is Richard, 4-1 against Louis, who is 2-3. Moving on to Richard's side, I love the quarterback play. Tom Brady against the New York Giants. It just kind of depends how they go, because they might fuck them up real bad early, especially the defense plays really well too. And let's see how that goes, because they might bench this guy. I mean, he took a lot of licks last week. It's a Thursday night game. We'll see how it goes. But still, I think he should be fine with 20 points at least. Kamara, Jones, and Eckler are all must-start running backs for him, which they are. I like all of them. Except Eckler a little bit, maybe not too much, just because Gordon, I think they're really going to try. It was his first game last week, but I think this week he's going to be more effective in that team. But Eckler still got like 9 catches or 9 targets, so it's fucking crazy. Alshon Jeffrey, Emmanuel Sanders, I hate both of those wide receivers right now. Xavier Rhodes looks like the real deal for sure, and not only that, Tennessee's got some good defensive players also as well, so we'll see how that goes. I just don't really like those matchups at all. And Mark Andrews, Mark Andrews is the number 5 tight end in fantasy right now, so looking really nice. On Louis' side, playing Deshaun Watson against KC, you have to. You love that matchup. Like I said, it was a shootout. James Conner, Sonny Michel. I like both of those guys. I like Conner, love Sonny Michel against the New York Giants. Like I said, he just did the trade, so he's getting Mike Evans and Cooper Kupp. Both of them are pretty much starters pretty much almost every day. I traded Mike Evans because I just have 2 Buccaneers, and I got a bye week next week on both of them, so yeah. Tight end, he still doesn't have a tight end. He hasn't picked one up from what I'm looking at. Yeah, he has not, but he was playing Joe Mixon as a flex. I think Joe Mixon should be okay. Baltimore defense, from what we have seen, we've been able to run him as long as CJ Mosley's not there, so I think he'll be okay. Who do I got winning this week, guys? I mean, it's a bit of a clear-cut win for the projected score. But I gotta go Richard. I mean, he's got the studs. You know what I mean? Let's see. We still gotta see who Louis picks up as a tight end, but I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. It's tough picking up tight ends right now on the waiver wire, like running backs. But yeah, Richard getting the W. I believe so. Next up, Mondo 1-4 versus Marcos 1-4. This is nut up or shut up. Loser takes all, which is pretty much another win. But one of these guys desperately needs. Well, both of them desperately needs. Both these guys look really bad, both of them. But Mondo at least has a little bit of inspiration with his quarterback projecting 28 points at least. I mean, I see him having at least 30 points, so that's correct. Yeah. Solid shootout game for the quarterback. Going with the two running backs right there in San Francisco against the Rams. Rams do a pretty good job at stopping the run, so I don't know. But I guess you got to just roll the dice on either one of them. Tyreek Hill, I don't think he's going to play. He's questionable. He got limited practice, but I don't even if he plays, I don't know how confident he feels playing now. Galladay, I think you love that matchup, but Alexander, that cornerback from Green Bay, he's a real deal monster, so I think he'll be okay. Either way, as far as points go, I think he'll be all right. Kettle's a must start, and who is this? Damian Williams on the flex. I mean, that's just one with your heart, baby, because, I mean, I don't know, but it could be a smart play. Also, Houston is kind of, whatever, suspect on defense. This guy could get some PPR reception, especially if Tyreek Hill plays. He's going to open up the field a lot for the running back, so I definitely see that. And the Chargers, it's a good defense, but they kind of slip and fall sometimes. We'll see. Marcos right now, he doesn't even have a quarterback yet. He's gonna have to drop one of these guys. I really kind of think who it's gonna be. I mean, it has to be him. He's not gonna drop his ego. So picking up a quarterback is definitely a little bit of a tough spot right now. You kind of have to just roll the dice right now. Jordan Howard, you don't like that matchup at all. Duke Johnson, you kind of like it a little bit, just as far as catching, goes. But I don't know. He's gonna have to bet on his wide receivers right now. DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen, Larry Fitzgerald all have solid matchups this week, so they all should be really good as far as points. Even Ertz, I see him having a good game. They're going to go a lot double tight end set for the Eagles against Minnesota because we don't have Deshaun Jackson back there. We're not going to have him this week, so I think he'll be okay. But, I mean, this is kind of, it's looking really bad for Marcos right now. Mondo's looking like he's going to get the clear-cut W. He's got some better matchups, better players to play. It's a little bit different if Hill doesn't play. It's a little different if, Hill doesn't play. But I think it's, and depending also on who Marcos picks up as a quarterback, but I think it's going to be Mondo who should get the W, guys. Next up, last matchup right now, hopefully, thank God, because my fucking iPad keeps fucking stopping on me for the memory bullshit. I had to record on my phone. But Emery, 1-4 against Gabe, 3-2 right now. We're going on to Jared Goff against San Francisco. I like the matchup. I just don't love it. San Francisco looks like the real deal. They've been playing really, really good. Good linebackers that they picked up off the offseason. And they drafted pretty good guys up in the front of the defensive line who are actually stepping up and playing well right now. So we'll see. Phil Lindsay, I like. He's a must-start for your team. Adrian Peterson, I don't know. Emery, Adrian Peterson is looking really, really bad. He looks like irrelevant in this offense, but I get it. They just fired their coach to see how they, decided to play the game. So I don't know. You're just rolling the dice too much for me. I think you kind of have to go with at least Miles Sanders on this bet just because you don't know at all how this team's going to be. You just don't know. The wide receivers, Juju, DJ Clark, I'm telling you, I don't think Brandon Cooks is going to play. He's still in a concussion protocol as we speak right now. Let me see right now. Yep, he's still in a concussion protocol right now, so we'll see how that goes. Greg Olsen's clear must start. I think he bounces back either way. Panthers defense I like, but it's going to be a shootout. We'll see how that goes. I think this is kind of good for you, though. I mean, you kind of have to just start OBJ and just roll the dice. Plus, OBJ's been having two really bad games, and you kind of don't expect him to have another bad game against Seattle, who's a pretty suspect defense. So I feel comfortable playing OBJ. Don't worry. And now on Gabe's side, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, both against New York Jets. Like I said, they both have Sam Darnold back. They play a little bit different at New Jersey, so we'll see how that goes. But I do see them both having really good points as far as fantasy goes. Larry Fournette has been amazing so far. Hardman, solid pickup, solid play against Houston. I see him having some good points. Even Gordon against New York Giants having some good points, at least a touchdown, at least. Everett, you believe in the hype. And Gallup, from the Cowboys, the Jets. I think that's pretty nice too. All of them see really good projections. Even the Ravens defense against Cincinnati, I see that being a good possibility. Khalil Mack's on the bye, so you got to pick up one. Whoa. Interesting. Gabe's going to have to drop somebody. I think I already know who it is, but very interesting. Who do I got winning? It's tough. I mean, just because of AD right there, it's just tough. But Gabe's got some better matchups. He definitely does. So I got to go with Gabe on the W. I'm going to wrap this up, guys, because I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of saying the same shit. I recorded a bunch of these videos because my iPad just kept running low on memory. So thank God I'm finally done. Good luck to everybody on this coming up week, except Toro. Hopefully I'm doing a little bit of sniping myself with David Johnson. So good luck, everybody. Peace out.